the UW Eau Claire campus. Trump spoke to about 3,000 people inside Zorn Arena, with thousands more waiting outside. During his speech, Trump said change needs to happen right away, and it starts with replacing the Affordable Care Act, calling it a total disaster. A recent NBC News poll shows Democratic presidential challenger Hillary Clinton still holding a 6-point lead over Trump. Tonight also marked the first time Senator Ron Johnson campaigned with Trump. Governor Scott Walker was there as well and introduced the Republican nominee.
The moment is now. There has never been a movement like this in our country's history. There never will be again, perhaps. But we have to take advantage of it on November 8th. We're going to turn things around.
The last time Trump was in Eau Claire was in April, right before the Wisconsin primary, which he lost to Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Donald Trump hosts rallies just about every day, but this one was unique.
Trump was joined today by an extensive lineup of political power players who can come out to throw their support behind the GOP nominee, like former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani.
WEAU's Nikki Junowitz is live from outside Zorn Arena with more. Nikki.
The nearly 3,000 people who came out to hear Donald Trump speak tonight at Zorn Arena heard from many other political leaders, too, representing the Republican Party, both locally and nationally, a sign of just how important the Badger State will be come next Tuesday.
That's what we call making America great again.
Representative Sean Duffy was the first to take the stage at Zorn Arena Tuesday night, getting the crowd fired up for Donald Trump, telling WEAU behind the scenes later he's stuck with Trump since day one and has taken heat for it.
I always have looked at the choice of two, Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, and all of the problems and the corruption and the scandals of Hillary Clinton and the policy deficits. I could never be with that set of ideas.
Next up, Senator Ron Johnson up against Democrat Russ Feingold next week in a tight Senate race.
This is a fight for freedom. It's not somebody else's fight. It's our fight. It's one we absolutely must win.
Then came Rudy Giuliani, who compared Hillary Clinton's email saga to Watergate, saying her years in office would be spent under investigation. A few other notables also spoke, like RNC Chairman Reince Priebus and former Indiana basketball coach Bobby Knight. But then, a rare sight. Former White House hopeful Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker appeared on stage with Trump to introduce him.
Please give a warm welcome to the next president of the United States of America, Donald Trump. I want to be very respectful. He is one tough cookie. So, to Governor Walker, I want to thank you. Tremendous, tremendous competitor.
And sending a message to Wisconsin voters who already cast ballots for Clinton.
Wisconsin is one of several states where you can change your early ballot if you think you've made a mistake. A lot of stuff has come out since you voted.
Donald Trump's running mate, Indiana Governor Mike Pence, was set to campaign with him tonight, but canceled at the last minute, deciding to campaign in Arizona instead. But that change did not seem to impact turnout at all. WEAU's Amanda Tyler was with the crowd here tonight, and she spoke with folks who are both in support of and against Donald Trump. And Amanda, what did they tell you?
Yeah, a lot of people down here tonight, Nikki. There was really two sides of the road, literally speaking, down here tonight. The people lined up here behind me at Zorn Arena trying to get into tonight's rally, and those lined up across the street in protest of today's event. I did speak with University Police tonight. They did tell me there was no major incidences down here associated with tonight's event, but one thing is for sure, the final countdown to the election is definitely on. Chants and cheers filled Zorn Arena Tuesday night as thousands turned out to cheer on Donald Trump as he heads into the final stretch of what's been a long, tough election season. Those who turned out for tonight's rally came from far and wide, including Scott Blazek, who traveled to Eau Claire from Woodbury, Minnesota. He says the experience of seeing Donald Trump firsthand was electrifying.
He just needs to stay the course that he's doing today, talk about the economy, pretty much, and you know, what he's going to do for all of us as Americans.
Then there's Kathy Bryce and James Bauer, who live in Eau Claire and came to campus to see what Donald Trump has to offer up, hoping he'll take the top spot, leading the country forward.
I sure hope he makes it. I don't want that crooked Hillary in there.
While the throng of supporters gathered inside, protesters outside held up signs of their own, sharing why they think Hillary Clinton should be elected to the top office instead of Trump.
I think that she's been in politics for a really long time. She's a lot more experienced than he does, and she's fighting for the majority of America right now and what everybody wants.
Zorn Arena almost full to capacity. University Police did tell me capacity was about 3,400 people. There were about 3,000 down here. However, that doesn't mean there weren't people still trying to get into the doors here tonight. They did tell me they expected about 1,500 to 2,000 people still waiting out here, trying to get into to tonight's event. Live on the UW Eau Claire campus, Amanda Tyler, WEAU 13 News.
To give you a recap of tonight's Trump event at Zorn Arena in Eau Claire, Trump called for the repeal of the Affordable Care Act, calling it a total disaster. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, Senator Ron Johnson, and other GOP leaders joined Trump for his first stop in Eau Claire since the April 5th primary. More than 3,000 people were able to get into Zorn Arena tonight, with at least 1,500 more outside.
Meanwhile, Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton's running mate Tim Kaine also stopped into Badger State today, speaking at Lawrence University in Appleton. The senator from Virginia appeared with Senate candidate Russ Feingold and Senator Tammy Baldwin. Kaine spoke to a crowd of nearly 600 people, calling Hillary Clinton the most qualified person to ever run for office. He also encouraged voters to cast their ballots early.